A group of strange, gentle alien creatures is quietly exploring a forest at night. They move slowly and deliberately, collecting plant samples with glowing tools. They're small, childlike in size, with large eyes and long fingers. Their ship is hidden among the trees, silent and well camouflaged. These aliens are peaceful botanists, here simply to study Earth's plant life. One of them lingers, fascinated by the trees, wandering farther from the ship. But suddenly, the quiet is broken. Flashlights cut through the dark, and the sounds of trucks and shouting men echo through the forest. Government agents are coming. The aliens scatter in panic, rushing toward their ship. One small alien, the one who wandered too far, is left behind. The agents get closer, chasing him to the woods, but he's fast and nimble. He hides among the trees, breathing heavily, his heart glowing brightly in fear. The spaceship begins to lift off, but it can't wait. It takes off, vanishing into the sky, leaving the little alien stranded on Earth. Alone, scared, and far from home, he disappears into the darkness of the forest. Cut to the suburbs. It's a quiet neighborhood somewhere in California. Inside a cozy house, a group of kids are playing Dungeons and Dragons around the kitchen table. 10-year-old Elliot, the youngest of the group, is excited to join, but his older brother Michael and his teenage friends tease him, telling him he's too young to understand the game. Their mother, Mary, is busy in the kitchen, trying to keep order as the boys bicker. Later that night, Elliot goes outside with a flashlight to retrieve a pizza. He hears rustling sounds in the shed and cautiously investigates. Something or someone is inside. He throws a ball into the shed and it rolls back out. Spooked, Elliot runs back inside and tells everyone what he saw, but no one believes him. They laugh it off, assuming it's just an animal. That night, Elliot can't sleep. He looks out the window, drawn to the strange presence in the woods. The next day, determined to prove he's telling the truth, Elliot leaves a trail of Reese's Pieces candy from a forest to his backyard. That night, something takes the bait. Elliot watches as a mysterious creature cautiously follows the candy trail all the way to the house. It steps into the backyard, revealing its full appearance. Short and wrinkled, with glowing eyes and a long neck. Elliot is terrified at first, but the alien doesn't harm him. It just stares back with curiosity. Elliot lures him into the house and hides him in his closet. The next morning, Elliot pretends to be sick so he can stay home from school. With the house empty, he spends time with the alien, who begins to mimic his behavior and learn about Earth. Elliot shows him toys, books, and snacks, and the two begin to form a bond. Elliot starts to understand that this being is not dangerous. It's lonely, lost, and deeply intelligent. He names the creature E.T. Later that day, Michael and Gertie, Elliot's younger sister, discover E.T. for themselves. Michael is shocked, while Gertie is both frightened and fascinated. They promise to keep E.T. a secret from the adults. Over the next few days, the children hide E.T. in Elliot's room, helping him recover from his journey and teaching him about human life. E.T. is gentle, curious, and funny. He watches television, learns how to open cans of beer, and quickly picks up human speech. He even demonstrates the ability to heal wounds by touching them with his glowing finger. E.T. and Elliot begin to share a telepathic link. Elliot feels what E.T. feels. When E.T. gets drunk while Elliot is at school, Elliot becomes intoxicated too, disrupting his class. As E.T. watches a romantic movie on TV, Elliot mirrors the emotions and kisses a girl in his classroom. Their bond is growing stronger by the day. Meanwhile, strange men are investigating the area. One of them, known only as Keys because of the sound his key ring makes, is leading the search. The government has detected unusual energy signals in the forest, the same signals from the spaceship. The agents are getting closer. E.T. reveals that he's trying to phone home. He wants to contact his spaceship, using scraps of electronics, an umbrella, a speak and spell toy, a saw blade, and other household items. He builds a crude communication device. On Halloween night, the kids sneak E.T. out of the house by dressing him as a ghost. While trick-or-treaters roam the streets, they head into the woods with E.T.'s device. In a quiet clearing, E.T. sets up his machine and sends a signal into the sky. He raises his long finger, touching the stars. The device flashes and beeps. He's called out to his people. Now he waits, but things take a turn. E.T. starts to weaken. He's becoming pale and unresponsive. Elliot, who shares his feelings, becomes sick too. The children bring E.T. back home, trying to help him recover, but E.T.'s condition worsens. His skin turns gray and he collapses. The government agents finally close in. One morning, a caravan of trucks surrounds the neighborhood. Men in hazmat suits storm the house. They seal it in plastic, turning the entire home into a laboratory. Scientists swarm over E.T., examining him, hooking him to machines. Elliot begs him to stop. He's terrified, overwhelmed, and helpless. Elliot and E.T. are kept in the same medical area, hooked to monitors. Their heartbeats rise and fall together. E.T. flatlines. Elliot screams for help, but the machines go silent. The scientists call time of death. Elliot cries over E.T.'s lifeless body, heartbroken and alone. Later, the scientists prepare E.T.'s body for removal. Elliot gets one last moment alone with him. He speaks softly, saying goodbye, but suddenly, something changes. A withered flower E.T. had previously brought back to life begins to bloom again. Elliot notices E.T.'s heart glowing red through the casing. He's alive. E.T. opens his eyes and whispers, "E.T. phone home." Overjoyed, Elliot quickly tells Michael, and together they plan an escape. Michael drives the government van, with E.T. in the back, through the neighborhood, pursued by agents. They meet up with their friends, and a wild chase begins through the streets and hills. Bicycles fly through intersections as government agents close in. As they reach the edge of the forest, roadblocks appear ahead. But just when all seems lost, E.T. uses his telekinetic powers. He lifts the bikes off the ground and into the air. The kids soar above the trees, silhouetted against the setting sun in one of the film's most iconic moments. They descend into the forest clearing, the same place where E.T. had phoned home. The spaceship arrives, landing softly among the trees. Lights flash. The ramp lowers. E.T.'s family has come back for him. Mary, Michael, Gertie, and the others arrive just in time to say goodbye. Gertie gives E.T. a flower pot as a gift. E.T. thanks her. He hugs Michael. Finally, he turns to Elliot. The two stare at each other, their bond unbroken. E.T. touches Elliot's forehead and says, "I'll be right here." Elliot tears up. They embrace. E.T. walks up the ramp, turns back one last time, then enters the ship. The doors close. The spaceship lifts off, rising through the trees. It pauses above the clearing, then shoots into the sky, leaving a trail of stardust as it vanishes into space. Elliot watches it disappear, standing quietly, his face lit by the stars.